Alright, yo, what is good with y'all? In this video, we're going to be doing a race tier list for the new update because, obviously a lot of things have changed. So the races, I'm going to basically base them off of how strong they are, how versatile they are with multiple classes, as well as like just how good they are in the meta currently. Before we get into it, join the Discord link in the description. As I said, I was going to start doing giveaways. There's like hella giveaways going on right now as of me releasing this video. So you might as well join up and try to join those and win. And let's just get straight into it, bro. Now, starting off with Amorus. Bro, Amorus is going into like low B or C tier. The thing is, Amorus is literally only viable with Hexer. Like, you can't run Amorus on anything else in the game. And the base race, like the race itself, is just not that good. You get like a undiluting Hex, you get to do some Hex, you can like apply Hex, but like, what could that be good with? Like maybe like Berserker if you head splitter with the Hex, I don't know. It's just not a good race overall. You only have like one good move and that's it. So it's gonna go in B tier. Next up for Dulluhan. Dulluhan's A tier, bro. Dulluhan's just that all-arounder race. You do hella damage with your Ghost Flame, you do hella damage with your Lifeless Skull, you have higher stats. What more could you want with Dulluhan? You even spawn with 4 lives, you know what I mean? But the issue is, like, it's just not S tier. It doesn't have that edge that puts it in S tier. Maybe, maybe it could be low S tier. I feel like it definitely could be argued for low S tier, but, like, I feel like some of the S tier races are stronger than Dulluhan right now, so that's why I'm putting it in A. Lentum's going in high B. Dude, I know you guys are asking me for that Lentum guide. I'll make it soon, bro. I swear. I don't even know how to get it myself, so let me figure that out. Then I'll make a guide on it. But Lentum's always just been high B. Like, it has more regen. When you block, you apply a bunch of debuffs. Like, what more could you want? You know what I mean? It's just a really solid race. Also, the racial skill kind of sucks, though. That's like the only reason it's B. Daminos. Now, Daminos is A. Would I put it above Dulluhan? Nah, I don't think it's above Dulluhan personally, because it's only really good with like Saint and like I think there was like one other class it was good with. I forgot, but it's mainly good with Saint, right? So like you don't have much diversity with this race because you have extra outgoing healing, you have healing moves, and that's about it. The healing moves are really good, obviously. Mulligan Realm is good too. Nisse is going in like low B. I'm gonna be honest, like Nisse is just solid. You know what I mean? You get a bunch of energy, you get a little bit of extra magic damage. Actually, it might go into C, like high C. Because I don't even think it's as good as Amorus, because you don't have anything unique going on with you. So it's just pretty mid. Now, Estella. I've heard Estella got gutted, bro. Like, I want to put it in... I used to put it in S because it was just really good. But, like, I think I might put it in, like, low B. Because I've heard, like... I haven't heard. I've seen it. It's been gutted, bro. Like, it's been nerfed to the ground. I don't think it should have been nerfed that hard. It went from, like, 50% extra damage to 25%. And you can't activate the Hyper Rage before fights and stuff like that. So it is pretty mid right now. Next up for Drauga. Drauga's always been a pretty decent race. I'll put it like below Lentum personally. It's always just been good. Blood Charge is good. It's not as good as its prime. Way back then it used to be really busted, but it's a solid race for Dark Wraith and like yeah, that's about it. Maybe Impaler too, yeah. Now Inferion. Inferion is an interesting one. I'm gonna put Inferion in A tier above Dulluhan. The only reason Inferion isn't in S tier is because unlike Sheea, it has downsides, right? You take more holy damage, you spawn with 2 lives. There's downsides to having this race. But you have a revive, which is very, very strong, a free revive. But you can't use it in solo. If you could use it in solo, it might have even been S tier. You have a really high damaging move, and bro, that passive, this is the reason it's in A tier. Hear me out, bro. That passive, that 5-turn passive, where you get more defense and I think damage every 5 turns in a fight. My friend has been like using that passive to just be immortal with Berserker. You can literally solo any boss in the game. You can just be immortal. You can just sit there with your coagulated fingernail, stall some turns. Every time you get low with Berserker, you get more healing anyway as a passive. So like you're just invincible. You know what I mean? Like the show or whatever. Now Vastayan. Well, I've always been a Vastayan hater, but Vastayan isn't even that bad. I'm trying to be objective in this tier list. I'd put it above like Estella. Maybe even above Amorus. I don't think it's above Drauga though. Like, in terms of the race, you can only go Summoner. That's the problem with this race, right? You can only go Summoner, and since I don't like Summoner, I'm usually biased toward it, but it is a solid B tier. You have extra HP on your summons, and you also have that little lesser spirit summon, so it's pretty decent in this update with all the summoning gears. Next up, we got Veneri. I always mix up Veneri and Stultus, so my bad if I mix it up. I think this is Veneri. Veneri's going in S. Actually, maybe not S. I think that's an exaggeration. I'm putting in like high A, above Dulluhan, but not above Inferion, because the only reason it's an S, it would be put in S, is because it's just so good with Blade Dancer right now. And Blade Dancer is S. Blade Dancer is the best class in the game. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason it would be put in S. But like, the race itself is just really strong. I heard there's a bug right now where it does 40% extra damage if you have 50k gold, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, that's 40% extra damage. You have more enchant procs. You have an extra potion. You have more crit chance. I mean, honestly, you know what? I'm putting it above Inferion, bro. It's just such a really, it's just all around good. There's no downside to having this race. You do have a pretty mid racial active, but even then, it's not that bad. If you have a lot of gold, it does like 200, 300 damage. It's decent. Now, Stultus. Stultus is once again going like above like high B. I don't know if it's above Lentum, just because it has no diversity. You literally have to run a speed build with Stultus. You're gonna run like Lancer speed, you're gonna run like Ranger speed, like, you know what I mean? That's all you run with Stultus. It is a fun race. You like run around the map at Mach 20, but the racial actives are also pretty mid. That one auto dodge racial active is pretty good, but like the other one's just out of combat, you know what I mean? There's no point even having it. It doesn't do anything for you. But it's just a good race. Like, you can run some pretty crazy stuff with Stultus, like pretty fun builds. Next up, Corvolus. Now, Corvolus is going straight into the A tier. We might as well just delete the D tier, by the way. I don't think there's any D tier races this update. Might as well just delete that. But Corvolus is like, it's like mid A, like maybe below. I think it's bottom A. My bad. Not mid A. It's bottom A. It's only really good with mages. It's really good with mages. You know, you get extra magic damage. You get to buff yourself. You get to buff your whole party with magic damage, which is just really solid. But it's like, it's just that, you know what I mean? You just have good magic damage. You don't have anything else going for you with the race. Next up we have Sheea. Now, Sheea's S, dude. We all know this, bro. Sheea is probably the best race in the game. Here's the thing, right? You're like, why is Sheea above Veneri? Veneri's better for Blade Dancer. Is it though? Like, bro, Sheea has no downsides. You have lower cooldowns. You have a high damage move. You can remove your debuffs and heal yourself. You have 4 lives. There is no downside to running Sheea. You are just like the god race, literally. It's so powerful. Like the lower cooldowns alone is so good. I honestly underestimated how good it would be. It's really good. Now, speaking of really good, that's not Vydeer. I don't know. Vydeer's not. I don't know. Vydeer's good, but it's like, I haven't seen it utilized well enough. It's so new, you know what I mean? I'd put it in like top of B or maybe even A. Yeah, let's go for top of B for now. Listen, this might be a controversial pick, or someone in the comments is about to be like, well, I run Vydeer with Lancer and I get plus 500 trillion damage with this passive. Listen, Vydeer is really good on like speed builds, but like, is it worth running Vydeer instead of Stultus for a speed build? You know what I mean? Some of the passives are downsides, but then you have like extra energy when you dodge, which is really good. You have like the auto dodge passives. I feel like if one of its actives, all 3 of its actives are like, what's it called, counters. If one of its actives was like a good damaging move, it probably could make its way into A tier pretty. You know what? It's such a hard decision. Yeah, top of B. I'm not gonna put it in low A. I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe in like a future tier list, it'll be in a higher position. Anyway, that's it for the tier list. Once again, bro, hella giveaways going on in Discord, so y'all might as well just join up, enter. If you don't win, just leave, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one, man. Have a good one.